The Honorable Prime Minister assumed responsibility and led from up front, because a democratically elected government has to ensure availability, affordability, and sustainability, which means transition to green fuel. Next slide. So what did we do? You can please have a look at this. This chart is particularly interesting. In Delhi, over a period of November 21 to November 23, price of petrol came down by 11%, 11.82%, nearly 12%. In Spain, it went up by 12.7%, Italy by 11.23%, France by 16.17%, 21.25% increase in the United States. Now, you can tell me that you are probably comparing apples and oranges. Not really. We are looking at the base price and increases, and at a period of relative economic turmoil. What would we do? And what have we done? And I think this is where the Prime Minister deserves not just full credit, but the more appreciation you give, it's not enough. Why? We saw the crisis. You had to ensure availability. We said it doesn't matter from where we import. We diversified the sources of our imports from hitherto 27 countries. We took it to 39. Then, that's the first one, diversification of crude oil imports. Then we stepped on the gas on biofuels and alternate energies. I was part of the government in a different capacity as a civil servant. In the 10 years before 2014, we tried our best on biofuels. And we wanted only 1.5% biofuel blending in 10 of our states and union territories. What happened? We barely reached 1.4%, not 5%. Along came Mr. Modi and said, this has to change. You have to devise an ecosystem whereby 10 and 20% biofuel blending can take place. So he sets a target for November 2022 for 10% blending. Result, we do it 5 months in advance. He sets a target for 20% blending for 2030. We are confident enough to do it 5 years in advance. We will do it by 2025. So, ladies and gentlemen, my submission to you is we are doing 12% blending. We have saved 41,000 crores on imports, as a result of which we've been able to hand over 42,400 crores to our farmers. So we've also converted Anndatas to Urja Datas, that those who were providing us food are now providing us energy. Price stabilization. On 2 occasions, November 2021 and May 2022, the Honorable Prime Minister directed that we reduce the amount of excise duty that we charge on petrol and diesel, and we did it. I think you have a slide which, yes. Central excise duty cut 13 rupees per litre for petrol, 16 rupees per litre for diesel, reduced twice on such and such days. Revenue foregone 2.2 lakh crores. But that was compounded by the BJP state-ruled states also reducing their VAT. Result, India's petrol and diesel prices were amongst the lowest in the world. What was the impact of that? The impact is, if you compare a BJP-ruled state and a non-BJP-ruled state, at that point of time, Lucknow and Bangalore, a difference of rupees 5.37 per litre. And nobody fills a tank with just 1 litre. You fill it with 30 or 40. You see the price impact there. Similarly, Guwahati and Kolkata, Panaji and Amravati, Lucknow and Amravati, this is diesel. So these are self-explanatory. Please move on. I just want to come back to the slide where, I'll come to the neighborhood in a minute. Come to the slide which shows that the domestic situation, what we were able to, not this one, yeah, no, this is the next one, the good corporate citizens. Now, when you reduce excise duty and your revenue foregone is something to the tune of more than 2 lakh crores, somebody has to take the hit. Government is foregoing revenue. You want to ensure availability and affordability at the retail point. So what happens? Our OMCs, or oil marketing companies, played the role of good corporate citizens. They could have said, we are answerable to our shareholder, we are answerable to our boards and we will not. No, they came forward and said, we will maintain the price line, which meant that they took under recoveries both in petrol and diesel. Yes, they incurred losses. Yes, they incurred losses. In the case of gas, I think they incurred a loss of 28,000 crores. When the situation improved, we stepped in, told the finance ministry, got government approval to reimburse them about 22,000 crores out of the 28,000 they had lost. They didn't crib, they went along. On petrol, I think they lost about 30,000 crores. And, we said, no, you said marketing decision, etc. But he said, we'll help you. We'll help you because we will provide you equity so that, your revenues are sustained. So that operational profitability. Now, I just want to tell you one story. He is fast-forwarded because I think, when I became petroleum and natural gas minister, actually I should be called the energy transition minister, but I don't know. Let's leave it at the terminology. BPCL was up for what you call disinvestment. That's when I ever heard the word divestment. Also, I have my learned friends that tell you we also use the word privatization, etc. And I think what that tells you, BPCL has achieved 75% of the anticipated disinvestment proceeds with a mere 9 months of a single year. In other words, if you were to sell it at 30,000 crores or something, the profit in the first one, profit after tax, is nearly 22,500 crores in 9 months. See the change. Now somebody asks me, people are very happy. They want to think, oh, the market ke karan hua. Show them the slide, the market slide also. So when I'm asked, and I have no humility in pointing this out because the credit goes to these guys, saying, yeah, the market has risen, that's what they have risen. Hey, wait a minute. Market has risen where? 39%. Whereas BPCL risen 43%. GAIL 70%. HPCL 72%. ONGC 125%. IOCL 153%. EIL 189%. And Oil India 215%. So other than the market, somebody must have done something right. And I tell you, I am very happy. I'm very happy to say I had nothing to do with it. But at least the oil marketing companies give them credit. So when I use the word, when I use the word good corporate citizen, that is what good corporate citizenry is all about, with a helpful secretary and a helpful minister.